Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today with some strategy for using bowlers at Town Hall 10. Now, I have shared a decent amount of bowler content for Town Hall 11. However, I realized that I've only shared, I think, maybe one video dealing with bowlers at Town Hall 10. So today's episode will be specifically how to take out these ring bases using level 2 bowlers. And all of these replays will be without max heroes. So I think that's important to show that you can definitely use these strategies not having 40-40 on your heroes. So 2 bases will be against ring bases, and 1 will just be against a random trophy layout at Town Hall 10. So there's going to be a similar theme to really all these ring bases, no matter if you're Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11, and that's basically establishing the funnel to get to the core. That's the #1 goal, the #1 objective on these attacks. So here, you're going to see French uses a really good tactic. He's going to do 2 separate bowler walks, and these bowlers, because the core is so dense defensively and the perimeter is so weak, most of the time against these ring bases, you have to obviously make sure that you're not going into a specifically super heavy area, but most of the time, these bowlers around the perimeter will actually be able to stay alive the entire raid because 3 healers is enough because the defense is so dense in the center, the core is relatively weak. So you can see these bowlers doing well against around the perimeter, and that's all you have to do. Against a base like this, if you want to try this tactic with the 6 healers, go ahead and first choose your entrance on the base. So I like attacking a base kind of like French did here, from an angle where you're hopefully in a perfect case scenario. It didn't really work out perfectly here, but hopefully you'll be engaging that clan castle at the same time as hopefully the archer queen, basically in the middle of the base. You really want to work the attack so you're freezing as much as you can. Ideally, a multi-target inferno tower, the enemy queen, and the clan castle troops as you go ahead and poison them. And then what you do is you start 2 specific bowler walks on both sides of that entry point. You jump into the core, delay a little bit, go ahead and lead off with your golem and your king and your queen, send the bowlers in, rage, freeze, as easy as that. But you have to set up that nice funnel into the core of the base, otherwise you're liable to get a 1-star attack. So here, Legion of Loons is going to be attacking this base. Again, note the hero levels, pretty much a Town Hall 9 who just upgraded to Town Hall 10 within the last couple months, and then he upgraded his bowlers. So he's trying out these bowler attacks, and he's having a lot of success with them. Now, against a base like this, there's really 2 things you want to be aware of. Number 1 is he started with essentially what were the beginnings of 2 bowler walks. However, against a base like this, he did not want the bowlers to walk. He just wanted to make sure he established that core leading straight to the center of the base, clearing out all those side units with those healers and those bowlers deployed a little bit ahead of the main force. And thing number 2 is you'll notice that Legion of Loons entered this base facing both of the Inferno Towers from the broadside, so essentially at the same time. That's actually okay to do, especially at Town Hall 10, even when you're rocking only 1 freeze spell. It's really important that you rely on that rage spell right off the bat to take down the first Inferno Tower, and you don't burn that 1 freeze spell too early into the attack. So go ahead and watch this one over again if you want a nice blueprint for a base like that. Another popular base design. And speaking of popular base designs, this is the more traditional 4-corner ring base here, attacked by Emok, a great attacker from Battle Elite. Emok, I noticed, always starts out with a lure, and he's really smart. He brings 1 hog and 1 giant, the giant to tank a little bit, and that hog to finish off the lure. Sometimes in an area where you'd normally bring 3 hogs to execute that trigger on the clan castle, you only actually need 1 giant and 1 hog, saving you 5 army space. Why not, right? So he goes ahead and he lures. He uses the Queen Royal Cloak ability to take care of the clan castle. It's good value here because you'll notice he's only still used 10 troop space, plus obviously the Queen Walk and the funnel going on, but as far as getting rid of that clan castle, only costs him 10 troops and an Archer Queen ability. That's not bad value at all. So he's going to go ahead and use the same principle we saw on the first attack, right? So you want to make sure you're hitting the base in 3 areas, essentially, on any of these ring bases, no matter if you're using bowlers or you're using Valkyries. In one corner, you're going to have your queen doing a queen walk. In another corner, you're going to have your bowlers clearing out that area. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and use 2 bowlers in both corners, and then use your queen in the center. It's really up to you, up to the base design. The biggest thing I really look at when deciding whether to use a queen walk versus 2 bowler walks on a base like this is basically the expos. I want to make sure that my queen isn't going to be targeted by an expo, so if your entry point is in an area where an expo probably facing ground is right near that queen entrance, it might be kind of shaky to try to keep in touch with that queen the entire raid, making sure you keep her alive, maybe having to use a rage spell on her. Sometimes it's safer just to go with 2 bowler walks, but with that said, if you can find that safe entrance for the queen, I'd always try to go 1 queen walk, 1 bowler walk, walk and then the rest of the army. Now here it wasn't even a bowler walk on the north entrance there. It was just straight up bowlers, just to make sure he got that funnel down, but he only used 4 healers. So there's all kinds of variations, but the principles, again, are the same. You're hitting the base from 3 areas, you're creating that funnel for the bowlers to get to the core, and that's even applicable to Town Hall 11 attacks as well. So guys, wishing you the best of luck in your bowler attacks at Town Hall 10. Hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, take care, guys.